Trudeau is out, right? He's leaving. I feel like
they got a new guy who's just as bad.
Same thing.
Oh, man. Joe Rogan coming in with another one of his hot takes about Canada. Let's get right into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Johnny Says So, episode 17. Joe Rogan roasts Mark Carney. And man, I am so glad that the number one podcaster in the entire world is bringing attention to the situation that we are in. Now, Joe Rogan has been no stranger to criticizing Justin Trudeau, and he's picking right up where he left off. But before we get into that, I want to set up a little bit of context here and take you down memory lane of all the times Joe Rogan has been very critical of Justin Trudeau. So this was when Theo appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience shortly after Justin Trudeau announced his resignation.
Love it.
Oh, you're thinking of Justin Trudeau doing blackface.
Dude, he just retired.
He's just retired, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, he's stepping down till they're going to have to find a replacement, and then he leaves.
I liked him better when he was black.
Theo is awesome.
That was very brief, I think.
But still, dude, it was a fucking vibe then. Bro, people have hammered on that guy so much. But did you see?
Rightly so, man. That guy's a creep.
He doesn't seem like he has
He's like a communist.
any strength inside of him, of his own.
No.
And he almost seems like a character from a Charles Dickens novel. If you bring up his retirement speech from the other day.
Yeah. Well, it's fake. That's why.
It was like, oh, father.
It's fake. It's all fake. He's like a fake progressive. The whole thing's fake.
Joe Rogan is absolutely spot on there, guys. He is a fake progressive. Everything he does, it's so transparent. Like when he came out and said that he was a proud feminist and, how dare America not elect Kamala Harris because Donald Trump is a man, and then he immediately just goes on to throw Chrystia Freeland under the bus. Not that she didn't deserve it, but all of his progressive virtue signaling is all fake, and we all know it.
That's why he was an authoritarian, and he kept cracking down on people's rights, and they all really saw it during that trucker protest, because that's when it was really in front of everybody's face, where you couldn't ignore it. Here's this guy who is he's freezing bank accounts from the people that donated money to the truckers.
He is, though.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to this. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that sentiment. And here's another clip of him with Steve Rinella, in which he continues to describe what he perceives as Justin Trudeau's full communist takeover.
I love Canada.
Vancouver's one of the most beautiful cities.
I don't go to Canada anymore. But
Ever?
No.
You won't do a gig there?
Not while that guy's president. Fuck you.
Yeah,
or whatever he is, prime minister.
These people are fans of yours. They want to see you still.
Fuck you. Get rid of that guy. I'll come back. I just don't trust any of it up there.
Yeah.
I just think they're so far into tyranny right now. Like the laws that they're passing, the shit that they're doing, the erosion of people's rights. Like I don't want to support it. I think it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people there just want to laugh. I think people need a laugh. You know?
Oh yeah, they definitely need a laugh. They're in the middle of a full-blown communist takeover. Yeah, it's a scary spot.
Yeah,
it's scary. But it used to be amazing. I used to say that Canada's 20% less douchebags. Like the people are 20% nicer than most people that you meet in America.
They're polite.
But that's why they get roped into all this shit. That's why they get roped into hate speech laws, because they want to be kind. They want to be good people.
He's spot on about that, guys. We are too nice. We roll over a little bit too much. And we saw this during the pandemic. I mean, people can sort of get lost in trying to be a quote-unquote good person. I mean, once you get to the point where you're calling the police on your neighbors for breaking gathering limits that are just completely arbitrary, this is what he's talking about, guys. He's not wrong about this.
They don't realize, like, compelled speech has a terrible ending. It always ends in communism because someone has to compel that speech. Who does? The people with guns. And they tell you what to do. And then you have violence that is enforced to get people to follow a doctrine that they may or may not believe in.
Now, Joe Rogan has good reason to feel this way, guys. The next clip I'm about to show you is going to demonstrate exactly why.
We'll be back out in probably in a month. But they shut Toronto cut capacity, which sucks.
I should probably say this because I haven't yet.
Yeah.
My 420 show that's sold out in Vancouver, I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
I don't think I can even get into the country.
Right.
I'm not vaccinated. I'm not going to get vaccinated. I have antibodies. It doesn't make any sense. I don't think I can go. And even if I do go, I don't trust that Vancouver's not going to follow suit along with the way Toronto did it.
Yeah.
Where they cut capacity to 50%.
Yeah. So
And what he's saying there is so important, guys. And it's the death nail in the narrative that the vaccine passports did any good. Look at the date, guys. That is December 26th, 2021. Vaccine passports had been in effect in Canada for months, and we were cutting capacity to venues that the staff, the guests, and the entertainers all had to be vaccinated. So if your precious little QR codes worked, then why did they need to cut capacity? Because it didn't work. But anyways, I do digress. This is a good one, guys. This was with Tom Segura, where Joe Rogan called Justin Trudeau a dictator.
Canada is communist.
Canada's crazy.
They're fucked. They're fucked. They got to get rid of that guy.
How much time does he have? I feel like he's been prime minister for a while. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know how their system works up there. I have zero understanding of their system.
Yeah.
I never looked into it at all. I just liked him. I liked him before the pandemic.
Trudeau?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Seems sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it's like good looking guy, confident, good talker.
And that's why everybody voted for him, and that's why we all got stuck with him for a whole decade.
Yeah.
And then during the pandemic, I'm like, oh, you're a fucking dictator.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like criticism. You're trying to shut down criticism by saying that all your critics are misogynists and racists.
Yeah.
You hear he said that about the trucking people, the truckers?
He called them
all misogynists and racists.
Oof.
Yeah, he's gross. He's a sketchy guy.
Yeah.
And he's got some fucking shaky deals. I would like to see like where the money is coming from. Like why do you want everybody to get injected every 4 months? They don't need that anymore. Like what are we doing? What are you doing? You can't even get into Canada unless you're vaccinated.
Can't get in?
No. Make sure that's true. Because someone just told me.
Pull that up, Jamie. I can assure you that that was absolutely true. And Canadian citizens couldn't even get on a plane and travel to a different province. Man, I know I harp on it a lot on this show, guys, but it can't be overstated. We should never forget what was done to us. Now, I'm going to show you, the next clip I'm about to play you is a lot more aggressive.
If you can't express yourself and say, hey, this is fucked up, this is crazy, why am I doing this? Like, these studies show that you're not correct. Like, if you can't say all those things, which right now you can't do in Canada, it's not the same. Like, their ability to express themselves on the internet has been severely limited. It's real weird, man. It's real.
And that also can't be overstated, just how bad the censorship was back in those years, guys. It's starting to turn around now. Like, the interview that I did a couple weeks ago with Dr. Chris Milburn, which is great, by the way. Like and subscribe, scroll down, and check out the long-form interview I did with the doctor here in Nova Scotia who was fired for just speaking his mind about the pandemic on a CBC radio program. It's absolutely crazy, guys.
Real weird, and it's happening right. You could walk there. If you wanted to, you could walk there. And it's fucked. It's like it's on the same patch of land as us, and it's fucked. It just shows you what can happen here if you don't have the right laws. Because people like that fuckhead, Justin, they pretend.
You guys are on first name basis.
Yeah, that cocksucker. They pretend that they're, and I don't talk this way about anybody.
No, I'm really surprised.
I genuinely despise people like that. And I think it's good to say it publicly because people need to understand like what these people are doing. These people are leading you on the road to legitimate communism. Like he's leading that country on a road to legitimate communism. It's very dangerous. And I think most Canadians are fed up with it at this point. It's just like the party up there has so much control. And he's been forced to resign, so he's got to step down. And just hopefully they don't get some new slick talker to con them into the same old bullshit. Hopefully someone comes along that has like real meaningful change.
I don't think we're going to get a better segue than that. Because as it turns out, we very much are stuck with another slick talking Justin Trudeau 2.0 that we are now stuck with. And I'm so glad that somebody with as large a platform as Joe Rogan's and such a huge presence in the podcasting and alternative media space is very quick to call this out. Now, Joe Rogan had Micheal Kosta on his show the other day, who's a stand-up comedian and host of The Daily Show, and they didn't spend very much time on it at all, but I'm so happy that Joe Rogan is starting to express his true feelings about Mark Carney, and I'm pretty sure this talk is going to continue into the future. I don't think we've heard the last of this. So let me show you exactly what was said.
We got to become friends with Canada again. We have to,
I'm down.
This is so
Love
ridiculous.
Canada.
I can't believe that there's like anti-American and anti-Canadian sentiment going on. It's the dumbest fucking feud.
There it is.
That's nuts. Look at the water consumption.
Is there?
That's crazy. Right when
I love on this pod
go.
where if I say something, I got to be ready for you guys to fact check my ass.
Jamie's ready.
Is there anti-Canadian sentiment?
Yeah, there's a lot of idiots that now think that they're our fucking enemy.
Okay.
That why are we subsidizing Canada?
I'm so glad he pointed this out because I've made this point before. The United States is not subsidizing us in terms of our trade deficit. In fact, we provide them with almost criminally discounted oil.
Right.
Well, how come they don't have their own military? Well, they don't, so let's just like deal with it as it is.
Trudeau is out, right? He's leaving. I feel
they
like
got a new guy who's just as bad. Same thing.
But
I love how he points that out. He's just as bad. Man, I'm so glad he said it.
They got a new party. 150 people voted. Now they have a new guy running the country. But their whole election system is so different. They don't have like a specific time when they have elections, and so
they can call an election, and I think it happens within 3 weeks.
The whole thing is so crazy. And
I hope he's right about that. I hope it does happen within 3 weeks.
So I don't know what's happening with their politics, but I just want America and Canada to get along. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a good, as someone who's from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and
I don't really think they should be our 51st state. There, I said it.
That you said it? He's on record.
It would be fun if it happened.
So there it is. Joe Rogan doesn't think we should be the 51st state. And I've said it before, guys, and I'll say it again. Americans don't want a giant frozen California added to their voting demographics. I just don't see it being realistic. Anyways, guys, that's my show for the evening. Let me know down in the comments what you think. How do you feel about Joe Rogan's coverage of Mark Carney and Justin Trudeau? Do you think there's going to be more of this to come? And please, guys, if you like the videos, please like and subscribe and share this out on your social media. And, as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.